teach you lesson number 5. What is moral action? Here question mark is there, children. What is moral action? Written by M.K. Gandhi. You know who is M.K. Gandhi? Who is the father of our nation? We are calling as father of our nation. M.K. Gandhi means Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. His full name is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. You know very well about him, children. Is it? Yes, he wrote this lesson. What is moral action? He put there one question mark. Because morality. What is moral, children? You tell me. You have one moral education also, no? In previous classes, in lower classes, you have one subject, moral education. What you learned from that one? What is morality? Moral. Yes, that whatever we cultivated in our life, good thinking, good behavior, and good creativity, good action, and good language, what we are using, that it should not hurt anybody, and that it should not affect anybody's life. Is it, children? Yes, morality means we should cultivate that one which is good thing for us, and it should be good for others also, to our society, to our country. We should cultivate such a qualities in our life. So, he wrote here what is moral action. Here, children, he wrote about how we should behave. What is the moral action? He put their question mark there, and he is asking you guys that what you are thinking about moral action. Means morality means we should always cultivate good things, good thoughts, good actions, good words in our life. Is it, children? That it should not hurt others in the society. So here M.K. Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, born on 2nd October 1869. He born on 2nd October 1869. On which we are calling this day, 2nd October, we are celebrating as a national festival. Which is that one, children? Gandhi Jayanti. We are celebrating that day as Gandhi Jayanti. Every year we are celebrating that one because he is the father of our nation. He dedicated so much for our country. Okay? He did so many works for our country. He fought against Britishers. Not only he only not fought, but his contribution is more to get the freedom from Britishers. So here, M.K. Gandhi was born on 2nd October 1869 in the princely state of Porbandar. Where he born, children? Porbandar. His birthplace, Porbandar. Now it is in Gujarat. This place is in Gujarat. So here, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi born on 2nd October 1869 in Porbandar. Yes, after matriculation he went to England in 1888 to study law. In 1888 he went to England for further education. He finished his matriculation, means now we are calling SSLC, no? That one. He finished his matriculation and he went to England for further studies to study about law. Having passed his bar examinations, he returned to India in 1891. He returned on 1891. He came back to India after completion of law degree. Only to proceed to South Africa, where he hoped to do better as lawyer than in his own city. The future Mahatma was actually made here in the land of racialism and acquired a new weapon to fight the white oppressors. See here, what happened, children? He went to South Africa. There was so much difference between black and white people. There was so much racism between in the society. That time one thought came that he should come to India, come back to India and fight against the Britishers. That they were ruling our country, no children. That time he got an idea that he should come back to India and to fight against the Britishers. And he started Satyagraha. This was Satyagraha. That Satyagraha means immediately one name coming in our mind, that is the Gandhi's name, is it? So, which unsubsequently in India was to be reinforced with truth and non-violence. He is in the party of non-violence. He don't want to do any violence against the Britishers because he started Satyagraha. With this one only he thought that we will get the freedom from Britishers. So he started Satyagraha in India when he came back from South Africa. He understood that this is a big weapon. Satyagraha is only the big weapon to fight against the Britishers. Truth and non-violence was his main intention, and he started Satyagraha against Britishers. He won freedom from British Empire. See, at last what happened, children? The result of his Satyagraha was freedom. We get freedom on when we get, children, 15th August 1947. We got independence with a strong struggle of M.K. Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So many leaders fought against them, but the major role with non-violence and truth, with Satyagraha mode, he started Satyagraha and finally we got independence from Britishers. We got freedom. Until his assassination in 1948, see on 30th January, he assassinated Godse, Nathuram Godse. 30th January 1948, he was assassinated by one person. What is his name, children? Nathuram Godse. And he died on that day. Gandhiji's efforts were to wean his contemporaries away from wickedness, and rightly he remained conscience of mankind. See, he remained, we are calling him as a conscience of mankind because he gave more importance to morality in life. He told that we should be in a moral way, moral path. We should fight against Britishers in moral way. Truth, non-violence were his main intentions. With Satyagraha only, he fought against the Britishers. They scared with his Satyagraha, and finally what happened, children? We got freedom from Britishers. So this is about M.K. Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, who wrote the lesson what is moral action. I said you children already, morality, it should come from our side only. Our intention should be good, our thought should be good, our word should be good, our action should be good. Then only we can call that one as moral action, and it should not affect the society, it should not affect any other person of the society. So here in this lesson I am going to explain you model reading and explanation of this lesson. I am going to start now. Open page number 73. Page number 73, lesson number 5, what is moral action, written by M.K. Gandhi. First paragraph, when can it be said that a particular action is moral? How you are going to say this is moral, this is immoral, this is non-moral? How you are going to do the differences? How you will know your action is good or bad? Is it, children? That when can it be said that a particular action is moral? How you are going to say this action is moral action, this is immoral action? In asking this question, the intention is not to contrast moral with immoral actions, but to consider many of our everyday actions against which nothing can be said from conventional standpoint and which some regard as moral. By asking this question, which particular action you are telling as moral action. This is not to confuse you between immoral and non-moral actions. See children, immoral means that bad intention, with bad intention some work we are doing. And sometimes what happens to children, we don't know whether it is good or bad we are doing that work. Is it? That time it is impossible to recognize whether it is moral action or immoral action. With intention, if you did any bad work, that is an immoral action. Is it? If without knowing some actions we are doing in our life, afterwards we are understanding, oh, we should not do this type. That is then non-moral, because we didn't have any principles in our life. Not holding any principles, we are doing some actions. Okay, immoral means bad thinking, bad action we are doing, no, that is immoral action. Here intention means aim. We should not have an intention. Without intention only we are doing some work. That is immoral means unethical. Immoral means unethical, means we didn't have any ethical. Immoral means unethical or bad. That we didn't have any intention. That immoral means we have intention that we should do this work. We know that that is a bad action. Then also we are doing that work. That is a immoral action. With the aim of doing something wrong only we are doing. No, that is a immoral action. Okay. Most of our actions are probably non-moral. They do not necessarily involve morality. See, non-moral means we didn't have any action. We didn't have any intention to do someone wrong or something bad. But that time, without any intention, we are doing that work. That is non-moral work. Okay, children. Immoral means with intention we are doing the bad work. For the most part, we act according to the prevailing conventions. Such conventional behavior is often necessary. For the most part, we act according to the prevailing conventions. According to the situations we are going to act. Is it, children? That without any intention, bad or good intention, according to the situation we are handling that one. Is it? Here one rule is there. At 10 o'clock you should be in the school. That you should be in the school at 10 o'clock. Nothing will happen if we will go 10:30, 10:45. Teacher will little bit scold and she will take inside. This is not the, it is immoral. With intention you are doing the mistake. Okay, if happened, if you are coming to home, anything accidentally, anything happened to you or anybody, means if you are helping them, if you came late, that's not an immoral action. But intentionally, if you are telling, teacher will scold little bit and she will take inside, no problem, I will go late only, means this is the bad intention, children. Such conventional behavior is often necessary. If no such rules are observed, anarchy would be the result. Anarchy means, children, lawlessness. In society what will happen? All are behaving in this manner only. Nothing will happen. So I will break the rules. What happens, children, then? In society there will be anarchy will start. Means no law in the society. You may behave how you want, you may behave. You know that is a bad behavior. You should not break the rules, traffic rules and all. We know very well. But then also we are breaking, means that is an immoral action. What happens? All are behaving in this manner only. Is society become good behavior? No. Society will not become in a good manner. So, we should not behave intentionally wrong. Sometimes it will happen unconsciously. We will do that one. Afterwards we will think, oh, I did wrong. Okay, but we have, next time we have to improve that one, children. Not do again and again same mistakes in our life. A moral act must be our own act, must spring from our own will. See, a moral act should come from our inside. It should be our will and wish, not by forcing others. Is it? You are coming to school and you want to study there. There should be your will and wish. With your own wish you have to come to school. Not the force of your parents, not forcing the teachers. You should do the work hard. It should be your will and wish. You are coming to school means you should be very wish to do something, to get something in your future, to become some big officers in your future. You should have that intention. Not with the force of your parents, not with the force of teachers. Is it? That you should do your action with your own wishes. If we act mechanically, there is no moral content in our act. See, mechanically, I have to go to school, otherwise parents will scold. I will take the bag and I will go to school. At 5 o'clock I should go back to home. No, this is not the way. Mechanically means without thought, without any good intention. I should go, after school I should go to tuition. Okay, I will go and sit there, and 9 o'clock I will back to home, I will eat, I will sleep. No, this thought is not right, children. Okay, that mechanically we should not do anything. With intention, good wish, with happiness we should do that work. Then only we are able to achieve something in our life, not with the force of others. Such action would be moral if we think it proper to act like a machine and so on. You think yourself whether I am doing right, whether my behavior is good, what I am doing that's right. You should question yourself. If it is right, you do. If you are thinking it is wrong, leave it. Go next and improve yourself, and don't do again the same mistake in your life. For in doing so, we use our discrimination. See here, children. Discrimination means differentiation. Discrimination means differentiation. We should know the differences between good and bad. Differentiation means in every acting of your life, every action of your life, you should understand the making difference between good and bad behavior, good and bad thoughts, okay, good and bad actions. You should start to think yourself, analyze yourself. You start discriminating whether it is good or bad, right or wrong. You should be conscious about all these things. We should bear in mind the distinction between acting mechanically and acting intentionally. That only I am telling you, children. Mechanically we should not do any work. Okay? We should do with our own wish. We should have one intention that I should come forward in my life. I should do hard work. I should achieve something in my life. This type, that one intention you should have. Everyone should have, not only you. We should have one intention that I came to this profession means I should do with wish that students should understand my explanation. Students should score more marks in my subject. I should have one intention, good intention I should have. Okay, I got this job, I will do this one. This is not the way. We should not do any work mechanically, children. We should always do good intention we should have, and we should have an intention of achieving something in our life. It may be moral of a king to pardon a culprit. See, maybe one king, he wants to excuse a criminal. Maybe he did some offense, but the king wants to excuse that guy. Okay, what happens here? Mechanical part in the king's moral act, culprit, but the messenger bearing the order of a pardon plays only a mechanical part in the king's moral act. See, that messenger, the king will inform to a messenger that I am going to excuse that person. You release him from the jail. If it happens means that messenger, he will go and give the message that king excused you. You go out from this jail. This type if he said means this is a mechanical action of that messenger. But if the messenger were to be bear to the king's order, considering it to be his duty, his action would be moral one. See, if he said, okay, king said, I have to go and say to that criminal to release, to go out from the jail. It means it is a non-moral. Okay, it is mechanical acting of that messenger. If he understood that this is his duty, that whatever king is going to message me, I have to convey that criminal. I should be honest in that work. This is my duty. If he got such a type of intention means, then that work is moral action of that messenger. How can a man understand morality who does not use his own intelligence and power of thought, but lets himself be swept along like a log of wood by a current? See here, we should think ourselves, children, always. Whatever work we are doing, no, we should understand first that one. Then only we should start that work. Without our intelligence, using our intelligence or without any good intention, we should not do any work. With the force of others, with the using the others' intelligence, we should not do that work. We should do any work with our own intelligence and with own intention. With good intention, we should do that work. Sometimes a man defies convention and acts on his own with a view to doing absolute good. Defies means disobey. Defies means disobey. See, someone thinking disobeying the other orders is the good action for them. They were thinking like, teacher said this one, no, I won't do that work. They have mentally prepared for that one only. Disobeying the others. Disobeying the others is also a bad action. It's not a moral action. This is an immoral action, that we should disobeying the others' orders. Such a great hero was Wendell Phillips. Addressing an assembly of people, he hence said, he is giving an example of Wendell Phillips. He is talking about him. Addressing an assembly of people, he once said, "Till you learn to form your own opinions and express them, I do not care much what you think of me." See, what happened, children? That here Gandhi is going to give one example, that Wendell Phillips. He said, he addressed to his country people that if you have your own intelligence and you are taking any decision about me, then I will respect that decision. If you are taking others' intelligence, whatever other people are going to say, that only I am following. If he is bad, okay, all people are telling he is bad. They don't think whether he is good or bad. 10 people said means, okay, he may be bad. We are also telling, no, he is bad. No, he is telling that if you are not using your own intelligence and intention, I won't respect your decision. Whatever you may say me good or bad, but you should use your own intelligence and intention. If you said afterwards, then I will respect your sentences. This type that person said. Thus, when we all care only for what our conscience says, then alone can we be regretted to have stepped onto the moral road. Regarded means consider. Regarded. Consider. That he is telling after his words, Gandhi is writing here. Thus, when we all care only for what our conscience say, that we should act according to our conscience. Someone said means we should not act like so. Someone said means we should not talk in that manner. Is it? That we should we should do any action according to our conscience. Okay, then only what happens, children? Other people will consider that action and they will respect you. We shall not reach this stage as long as we do not believe and experience the belief that God within us, the God of all, is the ever-present witness to all our acts. See, sometimes we are doing some wrong work and we are hiding from our parents, our teachers. Is it? We are thinking that they didn't see, the teacher didn't see my work. I did copy, but she didn't see. I stolen someone's pens, the teacher don't know. That I did this work, my parents not understanding that one. This type you are feeling means this is wrong. We should be aware of God, that He is everywhere. We are believing, no, God is everywhere. Then He can see. If parents not seen, if teacher is not seen, if head madam is not seen, means okay, no problem. But God is there, no children. He will watch us every time, every moment He is watching us. Means He know everything. Whether it is good or bad, He will understand immediately. So we should be scared to God. If we are doing any wrong work, we should not think about parents or teachers, children. We should think about God. That He is everywhere means He will see, no, that work, bad work. He will identify immediately that this guy is doing this bad work. Is it? Yes. It is not enough that an act done by us is in itself good. It should have been done with the intention of to do good. See, when we are doing any work, that if we are doing good work only means that's not enough. Because we should have good intention. We should have good heart, good thinking. If we are distributing pencil by scolding any children means this is bad children. That with good intention we have to do that good work. That with good soul, good thinking we should do that work. Then only it will become good. That is to say, whether an act is moral or otherwise depends upon the intention of the doer. See, who is doing the action, no? The intention of the doer is also very important, children. See, if we are doing any good work, we are thinking, this is good work. Okay, but if we have intention is bad means that work also becomes immoral. That intention should be good and our work should be good. Then only there is a success. Two men may have done exactly the same thing, but the act of the one may be moral and that of the other the contrary. See here, that the two persons are doing same work. Okay, one have good intention and his work considering as good, and another one doing the same work without any good intention means that is considering as a immoral action. See here, he is going to give one example. Take for instance a man who out of a great pity feeds the poor and another who does the same but the motive of winning prestige or with some such selfish end. See, so in Corona time so many people went to feed the poor people, is it children? So they fed so many poor people and daily they gave cloth and something medicine help they did, is it? So what happens children here, that if we did that work, that we fed the poor people, if our intention is to feed them only, means it's good, moral action this is. But some people, they are going to show their richness, their prestige, their royalty, that I am very rich, so I am feeding the poor people. They want to show the prestige. See how much poor people I fed today. This type he is feeding and feeding the poor people means this is a immoral action. So if he is feeding poor people, I have to feed means this is a good action. But to show his richness, if he is feeding means this is the not a moral action. This is an immoral action of that person. So the intention is very important children. If we are doing any good work, the intention should be good. Not to get prestige or not to show richness. Is it? And we should not have a selfish end. Prestige means status, to show their status, to show their richness. They are going to feed the poor people, that I am rich, I have to feed. This type intention, this is not good. Prestige means status, to show their status. I am rich, so I am feeding this much of poor people. Others should recognize that one. They should praise him. This type of intentions are not good. Selfish means egocentric, that he have egoism, something, that he wants something from that one. If he is helping the poor people, he want that remuneration for that one in any type. He want action and reaction. This type of intention is not good. Though the action is the same, the act of the one is moral and the of the other is non-moral. See, action is same. Both are feeding to the poor people. No problem. But one's action is good because he wants to feed that hunger person. He wants to feed him. But another one's action, it is also same. He wants to feed the poor people. But he wants to show his status, his richness. So his prestige he wants to show in front of others. No, this is the immoral action of that person. While thinking of morality, all that we need to see that the act is good and is done with the good intention. So I said, children, already I said you, if you have good intention, if your work is good, then it's okay. If you are doing good work and your intention is not good, then it is calling as immoral action. The result of an action is not within our control. God alone is the giver of fruit. See, we have to do the work. We have to do our work. But we should not expect about the result. That God is there. He is giving result. Good result, bad result. That depends upon our intention. If we have good intention, He will give good result, good fruit for us. And if we have bad intention, we will that God will give us bad result only. Okay, then we are thinking, we did this much, we did so much work to the people, then also God did this type. We are going to blame the God. But that time, what is our intention? What was our intention? Whether it is good or bad, we are not ready to think about that one. We distributed this much books, we distributed this much pencils to poor students, but God made my son only fail in exam. How it is? We are blaming to God. But this is not the way. That time, what is your intention? We should think about that one. Historians have called Emperor Alexander Great. You know about children, Alexander, about King Alexander, you may learnt in your social study that people all are calling him as a great. Wherever he went, he took the Greek language and Greek culture, arts and manners. And today we enjoy the benefits of Greek civilization. Wherever he was, he conqueror of so many countries. Okay, that wherever he was going, no, he used their Greek language, Greek culture, Greek art and everything. So now we can see the Greek civilization with the help of Alexander. He went to do the fighting. He was busy in conquering the countries. But there also what he did, children? He brought Greek culture, Greek civilization. Is it? So now we are enjoying that one, Greek civilization. But the intention of Alexander behind all this was only conquest and renown. So his intention was not to spread Greekism. His intention was not to spread Greek culture, Greek language, Greek civilization. His intention was to conquer the countries and to make his name famous. But what happened here, children? He without unknowing only what happened, the Greek civilization spread everywhere. Who can therefore say that his actions were moral? It was all right that he was termed great, but moral he cannot be called. So we are telling Alexander the Great, but his moral action, whether it was a moral action, no. He didn't, because to do his name famous worldwide, he started to conquer on so many countries. That his intention was wrong. He wants to show his status, prestige, his name everywhere. Is it, children? So he may be great, but his action was also not a moral action. So children, so I told you that whatever the actions you are doing, no, that not only action should be good, your intentions should be good. Your behavior, your intention should be good. Your things, whatever you are going to think, no, that should be good. Then only you will get good fruit from the God. You don't think that no one is watching us, that God is there, God everywhere is there and He will watch us. This is a half lesson I will do today. Next part I will continue in the next class. I hope all of you understood, children. Thank you.